Coming up on today's show, we are pausing, we are breathing, and we are going to be intentional about the moment that we're in. Hello, darlings, and welcome to Wake Up and Show Up Live. I am your host, Portia Scott, and this is your daily show, giving you a daily dose of inspiration and empowerment. How are you guys doing? Ty, thank you so much for joining, darling. Pamela, thank you so much for joining, darling. Paula, thank you so much for joining, darling. Hello, hello, hello. Val, thank you so much for joining, darling. How are you guys doing? Checking in on you, wanting to make sure that you guys are well. Hello, hello, hello. You guys, I'm super excited. I want to just say, as usual, thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you guys that watch the live, but also those that will watch the replay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chas, hello, darling. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys so much for joining today. So one of the things that we always do here is we always ask, what are you grateful for? Listen, I know it's crazy. I know it's hard, but we all have one thing that we can be grateful for. And I am just dedicated to not moving this just because we're in the midst of a very, very, very hard time. So, what are you grateful for? You guys, before this show, I was actually outside pretty much all morning under our kind of gazebo, pergola, whatever you want to call it. And I was just out there enjoying the day, enjoying the morning. And so I was just so grateful for that moment. I was grateful for that moment that I could pause, that I could breathe, that nothing was going on. My husband and my kids were upstairs. I mean, it was just amazing. The wind was blowing. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that moment to pause and to breathe, which is why I wanted to make sure that I did that today. Ty says, I am grateful for a sound mind. How true is that? How true is that? So excited for that. Pamela says, oh, today I'm grateful for starting this day with intentional focus and joy. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, 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 darling. You guys know how we do that. If I say something or anyone in the comments says something, what do we say? Hello, darling. That means that I agree, that you are reading my mail, that something is going on. So you guys, I'm so excited that you guys chose and keep choosing to join me Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock. So one of the things, I want to go ahead and get to it. I talked about breathing and I talked about pausing. And so I want to read this quote to you. It says, breathe, let go, and remind yourself that this very moment is the only one you know you have for sure. Oprah Winfrey. I love that. I love that. It says, breathe, let go, and remind yourself that this very moment is the only one you know you have for sure. That is incredible. And when I read that, I was just like, that's what I feel like. I feel like we all need a breather. We all need to just breathe in and just breathe out and pause. Pause for just one moment. And I think that it is okay to pause, right? We live in such a go, 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 hectic, 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 grind, grind, grind kind of world that every now and then we do need to just pause. We need to breathe because it is in the pause, it is in the breath that we realize the moment that we're in, that we realize that yeah, there may not be anything boom that happened, but this moment is so precious and that at any time, this moment is going to move on. Ty said something on her Facebook today and it said, time waits for no man or something to that extent. But she really talked about knowing that it's going to be okay and trying to find the goodness in the midst of craziness. And that takes much more to do than it does to wallow and than it does to just do nothing, but really making sure that, you know what, I'm going to try to find that one thing that I can hold on to with gratitude, that one time in this moment that I'm going to hang on to. And so I think when I looked at it, I thought about like, it's the small moments that matter. It's the small steps that get us to the journey where we're going, whatever that journey look like, whatever that looks like. Honestly, from upstairs to downstairs, you can't take one big leap. I mean, you could, but you would likely hurt something. And it's every small step that I take that makes my moments. And so it is the here and it's the now. The moments we often take for granted because they are not big enough, they are not shiny enough, they are not successful enough. It's the pause we miss to be grateful. When we're not pausing, we miss the time, we miss the moment to take in where we are right now, like where we are right now. Just to breathe, just to pause, just to go outside and see the sun, to walk your dog, to walk around your neighborhood, to call up a friend, to think about a friend, to do whatever. It really is in those small moments that we miss all the time because we're so focused on getting to the end. We're so focused on getting to the finish line, on having our name in lights, on doing whatever it is that we miss those small moments. And it is the small moments, it is the present, is the only thing that we're sure of. And so I think I'm shifting, just shifting our perspective to think of it as a different way. It's the pause when we miss, when we look in the mirror and say to myself, you are out here killing it. Today may have been a bad day. Yesterday may have been a bad day. I may have another bad day, but I am out here killing it. It is the pause we miss to realize the lives that we have touched, the people that you've come in contact and touched those lives. And because you didn't get an award or because we didn't get the recognition, but it's the small steps. It's the now, it's the here and now, knowing that this is the only moment that we're sure of. Yep. It's taking inventory and saying, I make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes, but I have done incredible things. It is in this moment that I pause because there is so much going on in our world. But it is when I pause that I was able to put together a town hall with a group of people to come together to try to find solutions. It is when I pause that I'm able to show up, that I am taking responsibility for me to show up, that I am showing up in each and every moment. It is in the pause that I'm able to grab my little one's face and kiss them for no reason at all. And so it is in the pause, it is in the breathing, and it is in the pausing that we find the nourishment for our soul, that we find the nourishment for our spirit, that we're able to say what we say, wake up and show up. It is in the pause. It is in the breathing. It is in the I need a timeout and it has to be okay. It is in the pause when I'm able to articulate what it is that I'm thinking or feeling. I'm able to grapple with the inner me and really understand who I am. It's in the pause. And so today's declaration is this: today I will take a breath and pause when I need it. I will remind myself that this very moment is the only one I know I have for sure. I will be grateful because gratitude changes my perspective. I'm shifting my perspective on purpose now without delay. I am present. I am purposeful. I am taking in this moment. I am empowered. I am victorious over my mind and the thoughts that I meditate on. I realize that I can't control the thoughts that run through my mind, but I can control what I choose to meditate on. I choose to meditate on the thoughts that lift me up, speak to my spirit and my soul. I am in charge of my responses. I am in charge of my space. I am in charge of what I allow to infiltrate my ears and my eyes. I control the words that I speak. I no longer let idle words flow out of my mouth. My words have intention. My words have power. My words will shift my perspective. The decisions I make today will positively impact my tomorrow. Today, I will breathe and pause. And that is what I wanted to talk about today. That's our show today, is breathing and pausing. And Paula said, I feel like pause can also be saying no and being okay with that. That is exactly right, Paula. Pausing is saying no. It's saying I'm tired. It's saying I don't have words. It's saying I'm not okay, and it has to be okay. Paula, I love that. Absolutely. Valerie says, hello, darling. Yes, words have power. Absolutely. Shifting on purpose. This meditation will be intentional. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Pamela said, realization is the time we should pause and show up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, you guys. So it's really just pausing and believing. I love it, love it, love it. Love everything that you're saying. Shifting on purpose. Hello, darling. You guys stopping to read and look into the sun. Absolutely. It is those pauses. It's the pauses in life that really propel us to where it is that we're going. That's what I believe. I loved it that you said, I'm grateful for starting this day with intention, focused, and joy. And so let's be kind to ourselves. Let's be kind to one another. Give grace to yourselves. Give grace to yourselves. As Paula said, that breathing and pausing is sometimes saying no and that being okay. It's sometimes saying, I need a break, and that being okay. So I appreciate each and every one of them, and love your accomplishments. Reward them. Absolutely. Absolutely. We are almost conditioned that if we do, a lot of us, if we do well or do something, it's like, well, what's next? What could I have done better, instead of sitting in that moment and breathing and pausing and saying, you know what? You out here killing it. You did it. You're touching lives. And so to acknowledge that, pausing and breathing, it means acknowledging those things. So you guys, I am super excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging out with us. One of the things that I want to make sure that you do is that you take our survey. If you watch this show one time, I want to make sure that you guys take the survey. Why? Because the way that we're able to serve you and bring content that you want, need, and love is that we have to hear from you. And it is your feedback that really challenges us in this show, and to cater a show for what it is that you need, what you like, and what you love. So I ask that you take our survey. That survey can be found right in the description of this live video. Click on that link, take the survey. It takes less than 30 seconds. Well, less than a minute to fill out that survey and tell us what you love. Also, text the phrase wake up to 31996. That's wake up to 31996. If you want to be informed of all the things that we are doing, if you are on our list, then today you got a text to say that we were going live, as well as when we're dropping a new episode of the podcast, and some inspiration and empowerment for you. So you can text the phrase wake up to 31996 so we can stay in touch with you. And so you guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been incredible. You guys know we are here Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. We end every single show with this declaration: waking up is automatic. Showing up is intentional. Today, I will show up. I'll see you next same bat time, same bat channel. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you.